Hello.
Hey guys.
My name is Miss Lindsay Devis.
I'm Bianca Tusher.
Submissive Lexi.
Basically, Gold Shows are group shows, which is a great way to put on a show for a big amount of members. Everyone pledges a certain amount of money for the show to help model to reach her goal, so she can start her show. It's also a good opportunity for members to have a great time for a great price, because normally it's much cheaper than paying per minute in private or exclusive show, and even more fun because countdowns always filled with teasing, flirty conversation, sexy talks, and dancing, well, whatever to help to get in the right mood.
Well, Gold Show is a group show, but it's hosted by the model, so she gets to decide what the price is, what goes on, and the member just has to pay that one-time fee to be able to watch whatever the model decided to broadcast.
Gold shows are actually my favorite shows because they are group shows. There can be as little or as many people as I allow in the room, basically, which is a lot of fun because everybody comes together to reach a specific goal, which if they hit the goal, that's wonderful. If they don't, that's fine too. I'll do certain things throughout the show. Like if they hit 100 gold, I'll do like a more generic show. But the more they go in there, the kinkier and nastier I will get for them throughout the show, which it can be a lot of fun. Gold shows are so much fun. Having all those people talking to me at the same time and getting to please 40 or 50 or more guests at one time, I think is amazing. It's a lot of fun.
What do you feel like is the appeal to Gold Shows from both the model end as well as the customer end?
You attract more customers in your room, so it helps also to sell not just your Gold Shows, but to get more customers willing to spend the private time with you or exclusive shows.
Well, I think for the model, it's a good way to get a lot of customers in at once, because again, private shows that are by the minute, they might get a little hesitant to jump in. So you can kind of give them a little taste of what you might offer in a private show by doing that group show.
They get a cheaper show because typically I'll do dollar gold shows, which are a ton of fun for me because I'll put in like my G-spot tip 5 and every time they hit that dollar, it goes off, and I think that's a lot of fun. Or $4 for a gold show. It's cheaper for them and they're getting more of a show. Which I think is fun. It doesn't put the pressure on them to do a one-on-one show and have them control my entire show, because that's what I prefer if I do an exclusive. But a gold show is basically, I run the show, and if they hit like 100 gold, I'll do like pussy f***ing. If they hit 200 gold, I'll do anal. And for me, anal is my favorite thing. Like, I feel like anal makes the show go through, and I'm a happy girl, they're happy guys, so we're doing good.
Your Gold Show goals. Are you more of a go big or go home kind of gal, or all in moderation?
I like to set up my goals higher because it makes me work harder, and I really love the idea of challenging myself in this regard.
Yeah, my goals will vary based on the type of show, I guess, that I'm doing. Maybe like how long it is, or maybe something more extreme that you're doing. Those would have a bigger goal.
Like, what would an example be of a show that you would have a larger goal for?
So for me, that would be the squirt show. That's again more of a wow factor. And plus there's more cleanup, there's more involved. So I think that one is a big ticket item for me. Anal, for a lot of people, is a big draw. So it kind of depends if you do it a lot or if you don't, because it's a nice feature item if you don't do it all the time.
It varies from day to day for me. My first and my last show of the day, I'd like to see hit the goal. My goals usually go from, they're usually about 400 gold. And if we hit that goal, I'll use my biggest toys and I'll do like a DP show and we'll go balls to the wall, we'll have a great time. we'll have a lot of fun if we hit halfway too, or if we got just $100 in there. It doesn't really matter to me. But the first and the last show, I feel like, should be the biggest shows of the day, because you got to start your day with a great show and you got to end your day with your best show.
What about as like a more of a standard run-of-the-mill gold show?
Those for me, I kind of do just like a little taste of all of the things I do. I like to do like a little gagging. I'll do a little twerking. I'll do a little, playing down below. So again, it's not like a whole thing of just one. So they do get that little tease. But then if you do have a special talent, if you're known for, again, deep throating or for using big toys, those would naturally be your big ticket items. I kind of learned that too. It does take time to kind of fish out what those members do want to see from you. And you have to gauge that based on the room and who's around. And luckily the site gives you those tools to kind of see who's who when your members come in. You have, those notices of who they are, when they've spent, what they might like, and that's really helpful.
How often would you say on average do you run gold shows during a standard cam session?
I try to run a gold show at least once per hour. If I'm not very busy with the private shows, I even might try 2-3 times per hour. And generally, I would say I spend 50% of my time in the gold shows during my cam session.
I would say almost like half of my time doing gold shows. So I kind of look at my time based by per hour. I like to keep on top of it. And so if you run like one and you're successful in the hour, then I kind of just hang out and do the other things. So it kind of just depends, but it ends up evening out to be around like half the time.
Well, lately I've been doing a lot of gold shows, and they've been going through every single time, which is amazing. I prefer doing gold shows, but I would say at least once an hour, if not twice an hour, so 10 gold shows a day. Between 5 and 10 gold shows a day, I'd say I would do.
So it's kind of like a highlight of the hour doing a gold show.
Which has absolutely helped me go through with exclusive blocks and stuff like that, because people will be like, oh, she's running a $1 gold show. Okay, well, I'm going to tip this $1, see what she's going to do in this show, and then I'll take her. And then typically right after that show ends, somebody will take me for a block, or somebody will take me for an exclusive or a private, because they want more, which is great.
When to you is the most opportune time to run a gold show?
Well, generally gold shows sells better during weekend. And if I see any days there is lots of members in my free chat, but there is no one is brave enough to take me to the private show, it's usually the right time. Like, I'm happy to do the private shows as well, but if I felt that I've been for a long time in free chat and it's crowded, why not to try a gold show?
When your room starts filling up with members, that's usually the best time to start a gold show. Because there's a lot of people just hanging out, maybe somebody tipped for a flash, or suddenly members are piling into your room for whatever reason. I think that's a good time to start a gold show, because there's a lot of people there that are obviously interested, so we might as well just take that chance to see if they want to tip in to see a show.
I look for when it starts to get, like, when I either have a lot of people in my room, when I see over 10 people in my room, I would say, or if there's dead air. If there's dead air and it's a slow day, I'll run a $1 gold show. It's $1 to join. Like I said, you never know who could be coming into that $1 gold show and fall in love with you and want to take you for exclusive and have a really good time.
Give us an example of a common gold show setup as far as your goal, countdown, and your minimum buy-in.
Yeah, my goal is 150 gold. Countdowns 10-11 minutes, buy-in $3-5, and sometimes I do a very happy hour gold show, which is only $1 buy-in for 5 minutes in the show.
Do you kind of stick to the same amount?
I stick to the same, yes, because anyway, it doesn't matter how many people are in your room, there still can be someone who will put extra gold into your show. Yes, so I don't see the point to make it lower. Just, a certain amount when you're ready to start your show. If you got it, just start it.
So this for me, I do like to give a nice little description of the show so they know what they're, getting into. Countdown, that kind of depends too on how big your goal is and how much time you want to spend trying to reach the goal. Because sometimes you waste a lot of time. You spend 15, 20 minutes on, a 6-minute show that might, I don't know, but it really just depends on how much gold you're trying to get. So, because sometimes you need more time to try to hit those big goals. So I think maybe bigger goals with bigger timers kind of tend to work out. Try to stick to your description, because if people buy into a show and you don't do anything about the description, that is going to confuse a member in the future.
Typically, I make my countdown longer, 15 to 16 minutes, because I like to have fun before the show goes through, so they can see basically a little bit of what they're getting. So 15 to 16 minutes. Obviously, if they hit that goal, it'll start sooner. But we'll do that. We'll have fun. I'll put my tip vibe in. I'll do some teasing. I'll do some booty shaking, all that fun shenanigans.
Is that really heavy utilization of the tip vibe then, particularly for gold shows?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've had people take me exclusive and they'll use them as well. I like to leave my tip vibe in throughout the first couple of minutes of the show while I'm doing like blowjob and titty to get them really excited, and then we'll get to the good stuff, which whatever they hit in that show, whether it's putting a dildo inside me, or if I've already got the G-spot tip vibe in, then they've hit anal, I'll leave that G-spot tip vibe in, because it makes it more intense and it's more interactive for them, which they love. They like to think that they're right there with you, so you should give them the best experience that they can.
So the countdown, slow and steady or be aggressive?
Well, I love it slow and steady. It really pays to be patient, but sometimes I'll also feel when I need to be a little bit more persuasive to reach my goal.
I probably annoy members so bad because I'll repeat the same thing over and over to get the gold show. I think again, all of that depends on the temperature of the room, how hard you go for it. But I kind of have a style of going for it, and that's just kind of the way I am. I stand up, I'm really like alert, I'm in the cam. I'm not more just like hanging out and sitting back and watching it like tick by. I am a little bit more aggressive because I want the show.
Depends on the show, because it's the same thing when people ask me all the time, well, would I prefer to have cock in my pussy or would I prefer to have cock in my ass all the time? Well, it depends day to day. I don't want the same vanilla sex every single day. So there will be gold shows where I will take my time and have a good time with them, and then there's other ones where it's like, listen, we're going to make this happen and we're going to make it happen now. I'm ready.
Do you feel like you're not able to generate enough hype within your room if it's like a really, really short countdown?
I can do a really short countdown. That's happened before. I've maxed out my goal with a short countdown. But I feel like I'm not giving them everything I can be giving them out of a short countdown, because the way I think about it is my pre-show is my commercial and my gold show. So I want to give them as much as I can before the show starts.
How do you hype up your room for a gold show and get people involved?
Communication and lots of smiling and laughing is the key for me. I also love using music on my background because it helps to stay in the right mood and set up a nice atmosphere for the show. I like changing my outfits, try different role play outfits, try also change the location in my house, like work one day in bedroom, another maybe living room, sometimes offer a shower shows. Try to change my appearance as well, like my makeup, hairdo, to keep things new and exciting.
So gold shows with music are really nice. It's just nice to have makes you want to dance and feel free, and that gets people, when you feel comfortable, the members really feel comfortable. And then I usually get them hyped by offering like a little incentive, a video or maybe progressive things as the countdown goes down, like boobs out at 50 gold or, a flash at 100, things like that. That keeps them motivated to keep tipping. But some people, that's okay to not do too, because it really depends on your style, if you even do flashes and stuff or not. So it just kind of depends. But I really like to utilize the video feature, especially now. It's so easy to just offer them just a little thank you, and it could be anything, that video, like a little tease for joining the show, and it's really nice to utilize that, I have found.
I love having music on, depending on how much they're tipping, and if I can see that they're involved, and even if they haven't even started tipping, if people are being polite and excited about the show, I'll start teasing, like I'll get up and I'll do like a little dance, or I'll shake my booty. I'll get a toy out and I'll start sucking on it. I'll have a toy inside me and just enjoying the moment, because it's a lot of fun being a cam girl. So you have to show them that you're enjoying it. If you don't tell them what you want, nobody's going to know.
You're very much in control of your room as far as even the Gold Show countdowns go.
My name might be Submissive Lexi, but I'm submissive and exclusive.
You're very dynamic.
But when it comes to Gold Shows, I feel like I should be in control. Like, because I want to give them the best I can out of every Gold Show. I love Gold Shows. I love seeing how many guests come into my room. I love seeing how many people have tipped into my show. And I love hearing how much they're enjoying the show, whether it's dirty talking or whatnot. So me being in control of it and telling them exactly what I want, like, listen, guys, it's cool if we hit that 100 gold, but really, I'd really love to do some anal in this show, because that's where I feel like I'm fulfilling my life.
What are some of your common Gold Show themes?
I like dancing, so it would be including a nice trip. Yeah, I also like blowjob with the toys, posing and showing off my body in a good position when I'm naked. Yeah, and of course it can be squirt shows as well.
Okay. Do you tend to switch up the themes as far as your Gold Shows goes, or do you like to stay with the same themes overall?
I can switch sometimes, yeah, especially if I see that there's members who already saw my shows many times, so I'll try to bring something new there, like even maybe just change the angle of my camera. Already will be a new view.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably said a few things. Sports, the big ticket one, anal. My classic is the tour to show a little deep throating, toy riding toys. A lot of members like toys. Yeah.
Okay. Do you base your, like, those types of things off of more of what is, like, hot in demand as far as your themes go, or just what has historically really worked for you as far as selling your Gold Shows?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of been historic to, like, sports shows have always been really popular for me, and, like, my members, they know that's something that I do, so that something that they want to see, so they're willing to, put up the gold for it.
Uh-huh.
So, but I've learned, that through them.
Anal. But I'll do different Gold Shows. So sometimes I'll do like Gold Shows where a high tipper gets to run the show, or a high tipper chooses the role play. Like every now and again, a big theme is like doing like the naughty schoolgirl. So I'll put on a schoolgirl outfit, or like anal tip vibes or tip vibe shows and stuff like that. Like I like that. Or doing like DP and squirting dildos. Like they love doing squirting dildo facials at the end of the day. It's a lot of fun.
Do you veer off of that path very often, or is it just you really tend to stick to more of the same themes just because they have the higher success rate for you?
It depends. If I'm in a mellow mood, for me, I don't typically run Gold Shows, because Gold Shows are more of an excitement time for me. Or if I'm in a mellow mood, it pulls me out of that mellow mood, because typically I'm more of a bubbly, crazy person and not a low person. So that's how I am. Running a Gold Show gets me super excited and typically gets the room excited. If I'm not getting the room excited, they're not going to want to join my show, for me, at least.
So you didn't hit your goal. When do you decide to move forward with the show anyway?
It's kind of simply the mood. You're not caring about your goal, you just want to have some fun. Yeah. And if it's enough amount of goal to start the show, I will do it. And yeah, just to show the customers how much I appreciate their time to try with me, I would do it.
Do you usually have a certain number in mind already as far as the minimum amount that you want to make before you actually go forward with the Gold Show?
Yes, if I reach at least half of my goal, which is $75, I will start the show.
I will start the goal a little bit earlier. I kind of base it on my exclusive or private rate. If I'm going to charge, say 10 minutes, a certain amount for that, then I kind of think, well, is it worth it to charge, take this amount of gold for this certain amount of time? And I use it based on that. And it depends on what you're going to do. If you're promising like a big ticket sports show and you only have 50 gold in it, I probably wouldn't take it. But, you know, for like a simple, more tour one, I would. And I like to have incentives as a goal, like we said, for getting boobs out and things like that, but also for the actual show that, you know, because if you do start it and you maybe don't go all the way, I think that's okay sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
To do, you know, like a blowjob at 50 gold, to do toy riding at 100, to do sport at gold. I mean, it's still okay to start even if you didn't make it. So because you did kind of clarify that we're trying to get to this big goal, but I will do this much for this much. Don't give up. A lot of times at the very end of the show, those members come piling in. So don't give up on your timer. You know, like stick to it, because a lot of times it will work out in the end. Don't give up. Just stay in there.
I've run gold shows for less than I've ever planned on running them for, but a lot of the time I'll be like, okay, f it. I'm going to do this show no matter what, because I want to do it. And it's like, these people are so excited for the show, I can't cancel it on them. So I'll start the show early, and then it'll make up for it in the show. And if it does or if it doesn't, it's cool, because some of these people still want to take me for privates and exclusives, which is great.
Yeah.
It still keeps going and lets me do what I want to do and lets me have fun. You know, it's a lot of fun doing gold shows, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know. I've run gold shows where it was like, okay, I've gotten 70 gold out of the $400 I wanted to hit, because I really wanted to do this big toy DP. And then this gentleman came in, tipped me 500 gold out of nowhere. Just came in, middle of the show. He was already halfway done with the show, not starting the show, halfway done with the show. Decides to tip out the $500, and I was like, well, okay, guess we're doing this.
I'll take that, yeah.
Let's do it.
That was a good day.
My shows vary from 7 to 10 minutes to 15 minutes sometimes. And sometimes those longer shows just give people more opportunity to join and more opportunity to do other things throughout the show.
Do you think that you're lowering your standards if you don't hit your goal, but you still do it for a lower amount?
I don't think you're lowering your standard. Just sometimes it can be just a day, and you can waste your energy to try it over and over again, and you'll spend more time trying to reach it. Members will be tired, more likely they just will leave the room. Yeah, sometimes they will tip you bigger, but it very rarely happens, because they want to have fun, they just don't want to sit and try it over and over again. So this is how I see it.
That's why I do like kind of splitting it up, to know that you aren't, even if you did start the show, then maybe you're not going to squirt, you know, that you'll probably just be end up doing like the tour and things like that. But yeah, I think it's clear communication with your members, because you don't want them to be disappointed, to think that they did tip into a sports show, but if they tip the minimum, then I think they usually understand to not expect like the sports show or things like that. I think there's levels to it, and a lot of them understand that and are happy to still see you. Communication is key there.
You have a number in your head usually that you're like, okay, I know my goal is like 100, but I'm going to start it at X amount.
Not typically. Sometimes it happens just because it's like they're super excited. I want to do the show. I don't want to cancel a show, because really I don't start a gold show to cancel it on them. It's not fair.
Yeah.
But then there's some shows where it's like, you know what, it has been a slow day. I've made no money today. I am horny. I need to make this happen. So I'm like, at the very start of the show, I'm doing it no matter what, and I'll do that.
Top spot gold shows, yes or no?
I would definitely recommend to do top spot shows. Yes, because you get an even more promotion on the side with your boosted placement, so even more people entering your room to interact with you. So which is works well to sell show.
Top spot gold show is always so like fun when you get one. I do like getting out of the top spot gold show. I think they're fun. A good exposure to get more people into your room. It is hard without the music. Everyone will probably say that.
Yeah.
But it is still just like a fun opportunity to, you know, be in a top spot position and to do it. So I've always really liked it, even though the pressure's on. For some reason, there's just a different kind of pressure for a top spot show. You just really want to make it. You don't have the power to cancel or anything like that. It's like a little taken out of your hands, but it's still a good thing, I think, for models to do. to kind of push yourself out of that comfort zone and just to go for it. And you never know.
Absolutely. Why would I turn down a gold show? The only time I ever turn down a top spot gold show is if I've already almost guaranteed my show and I don't want to make them, retip in, or if I've already hit a certain amount. A lot of the time, sometimes the top spot producers will notify me as I'm in the middle of a gold show, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, but for the most part, I will always take a top spot gold show because, like I said, you never know who's going to come in that room. You're guaranteed that certain amount, but you never know what else could happen in that show. You never know who could be watching. You never know who could want to take you later on in that day or could be your next big fan. I have people come in and tell me all the time, I've been watching you secretly for a year, and then come in and secretly like message me through their invisible account and then just go at it because they were so excited to see me.
I want to expand on the dollar gold shows real quick. So, there are models that have issues with the lesser denominations, like a dollar gold show or even free gold shows. So what would your response be to that for people who are a little bit weary for that approach to gold shows?
They haven't come to mind. Dollar gold shows, sometimes you'll get more out of one of my dollar gold shows than you will out of a $4 gold show. You never know what you're going to get. You never know who's in the room. I've had bigger tippers in my dollar gold shows than I have in my $4 gold shows. So, I mean, does it really matter if as long as they're tipping, as long as they're engaging, as long as they're having fun. And again, you never know who you're going to meet because you never know who's going to take you exclusive. You never know who's going to take you private. You never know who's going to try to find you at some point and just make your day.